Okay. I grew up in Colton, South Dakota on a farm 5 miles west, and our family was in the dairy business, and my family is made up of my mom and my dad, and I'm the fourth child, the oldest being Dolores and Marvin and Jim, myself, and then Floyd, Joyce, and Larry. When you turn 5 years old, you automatically got to go out and help milk cows. And then as a 5-year-old, you looked forward to that. That was a fun thing to do. You know, when you grow up in that environment, you don't think of any other environment. That's part of your life. And we got up every morning early. We had to get up at 4:45 every morning because the milk machines had to be on the cows at 5:30 in the morning, and at 4:30 in the evening. That was a rule. And in between that time, when you wasn't milking, then you were involved in the farming process. When I finished the 8th grade, my younger brother was seriously injured in a fire. And so between my 8th and 9th grade, my dad insisted that I not go to school. I had to stay home and take care of some of the farming business because he spent a lot of time at the hospital with my brother. So I didn't start high school till a year later. And then once I got into high school, I just really liked studying. I just enjoyed it. And so I just loved to go to school. 3 older brothers and sisters did not even go to high school. I was the first one to go to high school, and then I went on to college, and I think that was kind of a surprise for him and probably for me too. Well, to going to college, I had a coach who was my math teacher and my football coach, and he was the one that inspired me to test my skills in the college level. And like I said, I always enjoyed going to school. I always enjoyed learning, and so it just became natural. Well, I think my biggest challenge was the fact that I always wanted to do the most I could in a school system. I enjoyed teaching math, I really did. But then after about 7 years of teaching math, my superintendent of schools talked me into being a principal. And once I became a principal in the same town, then 4 years later, the school board said, "We want you to be superintendent." So I said, "Why not?" And so that's how it went, yeah. My mom was the one that had the disease in our family. And my mom survived until she was 51 years old. And she was 29 when I was born, so it was 20, she passed when I was 22. But from the time I was about 14 to 22, we could see her deteriorating with the disease. And it's a tough thing to handle. And then you also think that you got a 50-50 chance that you're going to get that gene number 6, because that's what it is. It's gene number 6, and they can't transplant genes to this day yet. And so you worry about, am I going to be one of the victims here? But I was fortunate. I got the gene from my dad instead of my mom, so I didn't get the disease. But I do have, of the 7 children, 3 of us did get the disease and passed away from it. You didn't talk about it too much, but I don't know if it brought us closer together. I think it was something that you kind of put in the closet for a while, but there was, you couldn't hide it. Once you went out into public, if you had it, people knew it. And, you wanted to make sure that we didn't have children until I knew I didn't have it, because I didn't want to pass it on to any children I had. And I was cleared of it shortly after Tim, our first, was born. So we knew that he might get it because I wasn't cleared yet. But by the time I was 25, I was cleared. And of course, Melissa was born after that. I think the greatest thing I've accomplished is my wife and I have been able to stay together and formulate our family, our 2 children and our grandchildren and our son and daughter-in-laws, and have a good family. The biggest lesson you learn is you have to deal with things as they come at you, okay? No matter if it's good or bad. And so be respectful of what you have and be able to do, but when times get tough, just be honest and do what you think is the best thing for the majority of the people that you work with. Have a dream, work hard, and work for that dream. But don't put the dream above everything else in life. There's other things in life that are more important, such as family and living a good life, a pure life. I shouldn't say pure, but you try to have a pure life. Yeah.